Hello, this is Kenneth 14621, and I've got part 3 of the history of the Dallas Cowboys. Hope you enjoy.
Pitch out, Newhouse goes left, pulls up, wants to pass, fires it deep for Goldie Richards.
For the second time in the 70s, Dallas had won a world championship while giving Tom Landry another victory ride on pro football's grandest stage.
Hello?
In 1979, the Cowboys made a Super Bowl appearance for the 5th time in the decade.
Bradshaw fumbles the ball, picks it up, rolls out. Caught and dropped by Thomas Hollywood. And picked up now by Hickman. And in for a touchdown.
A seesaw battle then turned on a fateful third quarter play.
Roger back to throw, has a man open in the end zone. Touchdown, Jones in the end zone. Jackie Smith all by himself. Oh, bless his heart. He's got to be the sickest man in America.
Once again, the Cowboys made the Steelers sweat with a furious fourth quarter rally, only to fall short in the closing seconds. In 5 Super Bowls of the 70s, the 3 Dallas defeats were by a grand total of 11 points. During the decade, the Cowboys won more games than any other NFL team. They set standards on the field and crafted cutting-edge concepts that everyone else rushed to imitate. The man with the plan that made it all work was Tom Landry.
The multitude of things that he was innovative. If you look at football and you just think in terms of things that we take for granted, the 4-3 defense. He was instrumental in developing that. The famed umbrella, which was the forerunner of the zone defenses, Tom Landry. If you go to the other side of the ball, the multiple offenses, shifting, trying to use motion to manipulate the defense, Tom Landry again. In the 70s, when teams started using the nickel, one of the things Tom Landry came up with was resurrecting the old shotgun and using that in passing situations. When you think about myself, I was drafted by a computer. How many teams were using computers to analyze prospective draftees? The Cowboys were the first.
The task of replenishing the talent pool was entrusted to a former baby photographer named Gil Brandt. Brandt's bold ideas changed personnel procedures league-wide, and his knack for finding college prospects in odd places made him a scouting legend.
We were technologically a little advanced over other teams in the draft back then. I don't know, Gil Brandt came into a fantastic job of getting players who played track and played Bob Hayes and Mel Renfro. Rayfield Wright was a kid from a little bitty school up in the Carolinas. Jethro P. was also. George Andre, he played for Marquette and they dropped football, and so he didn't get to play his senior year. And Cornell Green, who was a basketball player. Pete Gent was a basketball player.
Gent was also a talented author. Drawing on his experiences with the Cowboys, he wrote a best-selling and groundbreaking novel that shook the NFL to its very foundations.
It's the first time that anybody who played the game wrote about it in a candid way. He let people inside. He let them see the things that they didn't normally otherwise see. And he did it in the context of a really compelling, dramatic story.
A couple of prominent teammates that I have a lot of respect for, well, basically their comments were it was all a bunch of baloney, it's not true and everything. It saddened me to think that, well, why don't you just tell the truth? Why do you have to skirt the issue? It really did happen. You know it happened. I know it happened.
The success of the book only reinforced what had become a cultural phenomenon. The Cowboys had transcended their status as a championship football team. They were now the most recognized and commercialized force in American sports, thanks to the vision of one man.
You don't really get America's team image by one thing. It's a combination of a lot of different things. We tried to emphasize style and class in the things that we did. We tried to get as much national exposure as we could.
Uniform design, luxury skyboxes, and a weekly team newspaper came from Schramm. But his creation of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders attracted more attention than all the rest. 2 made-for-TV movies about the squad are still among the top-rated programs in broadcast history. The cheerleaders' blend of glamour and performance were a key component to Texas' vision of sports entertainment.
Schramm was a very clever marketer, and he understood the value of NFL properties and the marketing of cowboy items. He began to build on that idea of Dallas being the team that everybody in America likes. Thanksgiving Day games, on doubleheader games, we get 5 or 6 nationally televised games a year. People who didn't have teams in their states started following us.
The player who best symbolized the Cowboys' quest to become America's team was Roger Staubach, a modern-day straight-shooting Western hero.
Staubach had come out of 4 years with the Navy and become our quarterback, and he was an all-American type guy. I think the biggest thing about Roger was the fact that he never quit. It didn't matter how much the Cowboys were down. I remember in San Francisco, they were ahead of us 14 or 15 points, and it was 3 minutes to go or something, and they were coming by our bench and hollering obscene things at us and calling us losers. And I'll never forget, Roger pulled the game out, and a few seconds before it was over, completed the pass, and we beat them.
It was the beginning time for the great comebacks that Roger is so well known for throughout his career. When we won that game against San Francisco, from that moment on, no matter how much time was left in the ballgame, I always believed that Roger could win the game.
Staubach became part of NFL mythology when he rallied his losing team with the play now known as the Hail Mary pass.
Well, the Cowboys need a miracle. Roger takes the snap, ups and one. He's going long, down the near sideline for Drew Pearson. Pearson makes the catch at the 5, touchdown! Staubach hit Pearson on a 50-yard touchdown. Would you believe it?
Captain Comeback was much more than the savior of lost causes. He was also Roger the Dodger, a breathtaking escape artist who rambled and scrambled on the football field, but seldom strayed from home and hearth.
Roger, you have an all-American image. You're kind of a straight guy. Do you enjoy it, or is it a burden?
You interviewed Joe Namath. Everyone in the world compares me to Joe Namath, as far as, the idea of off the field. He's single, bachelor swinging, I'm married and family, and, he's having all the fun. And, I enjoy sex as much as Joe Namath. Only I do it with one girl,
There you go.
But it's still fun.
The fun also came from watching Roger make football miracles. Beyond all the Dallas imagery, Staubach's heroics, more than anything else, made the Cowboys America's team. In the last regular season game he would ever play, Roger brought Dallas back from 17 and 13-point deficits to steal the division title from arch rival Washington.
You gotta love them. You gotta love the Cowboys. They're the most exciting team in the NFL. They can pull it out.
School was out. It was going to happen, and I think everybody in the stadium knew it.
42 seconds left in the game. Redskins lead by 6. Staubach throwing in the end zone. Cody Hill! Touchdown! Cody Hill!
There you have it. There is part 3 of the history of the Dallas Cowboys. And we're going to have it all the way up until 2003. So, stay tuned. And there's Roger Staubach. If you know anything about the Cowboys, you know about Roger Staubach. So, there you have it. There's part 3.